to predictability. The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a look of somebody who needs you.
Hi, Cougar Nation, we're back.
We hope you had a great summer. We're glad to be back.
Thank you for joining us on What's Up to You. Today we are talking about COVID. Let's see about what some CN staff members have to say about the start of the school year.
Take it away, Rhea, Adam, and Noah.
I started out as a fourth grade teacher, did that for 9 years, but came over to the middle school and taught math for about 20 years. I've taught social studies, I've taught U.S. history, I've taught reading and different math courses along the way, and lots of different phys ed classes and weightlifting. So yeah, I've taught quite a few different classes while I've been here.
Yeah. As we know, this year is quite different from years past. What are some of the struggles you faced preparing for this school year?
Well, probably the technology that goes into trying to do live streaming. That's always a challenge. Last year we were using Zoom, and that was a challenge. So just, those are the biggest obstacles for me. Those things don't come easy for my generation. We were never taught, how to use that technology back, 30, 40 years ago. So that was probably the biggest challenge for me.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for joining us. Please tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, well, what do you want to know? Just random stuff, or
It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to share.
okay. So something that some people don't know about me is that I studied Spanish and music business at school because I really like to sing, and I have a big family because I really like chaos. I do not do well in quiet situations. And I love my dogs. That's me.
What different teaching methods are you using this year in dealing with the virus that are different from last year?
Well, I'm having to use Canvas a lot more because I didn't really use Canvas last year unless it was for e-learning days or snow days. So I've had to learn how to live stream with the virtual students while I'm teaching in class. And sometimes it's hard to forget about them, but I have to remember to go back over. So I think I'm learning how to simultaneously teach online and in person. So.
Cool. Can you predict some changes you think CN might have to undergo during the school year?
Well, I feel like we've already at the start here, we've had to do so many changes with the masks and everything. And then, I don't know, I think that it's possible we might have another, if someone gets coronavirus, they might have to leave, and then 30 students might have to leave. And I think that'll just be a big change that people won't be ready for or expect. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens once somebody does get COVID in our school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
All right. Thank you so much for being interviewed. And
anything else from me?
Nope, that's it. Thank you very much.
Yep, I'll see you later.
See ya. Hey, so we are here with Mr. Gaff, superintendent of the schools here at Central Noble. Thanks for joining us today. What a wild year this has been so far. So making the decision to return to school was difficult. What precautions were taken in making this decision?
There were a lot of people that put a significant time and effort in over the summer to make sure that we could return safe. I think everybody's in agreement that the best situation for the kids is to have them in the building, but we wanted to make sure that the building was safe enough to return them to. So there were significant meetings involving teachers, administrators, the County Board of Health, the State Board of Health, Parkview Health also was a factor. Looking at what precautions do we need to take, what building modifications we need to make, what things do we need to have in place prior to the school year. It was as you said, a very difficult decision, but we feel like we've got a plan in place, and I think people have done a great job to start the school year following that plan to make sure that we're maintaining the safety of the students.
Can you explain the different guidelines you have set for the different buildings?
Sure. A few things that we've changed this year from years in the past. Students are being required to wear a mask anywhere that they cannot social distance. This includes hallways. This includes some of the common spaces, school buses. Our goal is to have kids out of their mask as much as possible, but there are some locations and some settings where we cannot social distance, so we are requiring kids to wear a mask in that situation. We have altered our passing periods and our common time to limit the number of people in areas. We have increased our lunch periods, which allows us to have fewer kids in the cafeteria area. We've allowed additional space for lunches. We've eliminated some of the activities where it would put lots of kids together. So like when they get here first thing in the morning, they're going directly to their classes instead of waiting in a common area or a hallway. I think we've kind of taken the proactive approach. We've encouraged people to self-monitor if they have any signs or symptoms of COVID, to stay home, contact their school nurse to try to keep from bringing it into the school setting. So those are a few things.
And then what are your ultimate goals for the 2021 school year?
Our ultimate goal is to keep kids in the school building the entire year. Hopefully, we can continue to be proactive. We can continue to address concerns as they arrive. If for some reason we are forced to close for short periods of time or long periods of time, we will adapt. I think teachers and students have done a great job learning the online portal and the online availability through Zoom, through Google Meets, through some of the interactive things like Canvas that we've used in the past. And I think if we're forced to, we could go to a virtual setting, but our ultimate goal is to keep us in the building as long as we can.
Okay, thank you. So this is Noe, and we are reporting with Mr. Gaff, the superintendent of all Central Noble schools.
I think we can all agree that this will be a year we will never forget.
That's for sure. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
Bye!